All right, so I want to assume everybody can hear me now. If you can just hear me, just drop a message in the chat section and let me just know that my audio is coming. It's getting right to you. Just let me know that my audio is getting right to you. Maybe just drop a message in the chat section, live chat. Let me just know that the audio is being heard. Okay. All right. So great. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to. All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Michael. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's session with us at EasyFX Academy. Um, I'll just go straight because we're already supposed to start about 25 minutes ago, but we had some audio issues with the last stream, so I had to restart the stream entirely. Um, all right, so let's just go straight into what exactly we'll be looking at today. So this is Thursday. Today's Thursday, right? So let's just look at gold first. I'll just do a few commodities and then pick up stuff that we should be able to make use of you know between today and tomorrow, all right, to be profitable, right, at least before the weekend. All right, so let's start from this. This is gold on the 1 hour time frame. I'm just going to be going between 1 hour and maybe like 15, 5 minutes time frame for the sake of this stream. And currently, for what I can see on gold, definitely you can also see, as I can see, that gold is quite bullish. And going based off of that, we have many points for us to then pick up as entries. All right, for me, this is one of such entries around here that might not be so big on it, but I'm just going to mark out some zones and we're going to eliminate a lot of them, or we'll eliminate most of them and leave the one that we will be working with majorly as time goes on, right? So this is one of such zones I'm watching out for my entries. Alternatively, I'm watching out for another buy from somewhere around here, the second zone. Right, so my first POI, I'll give us the coordinates, don't worry. My first POI, sorry, yeah, my first POI between 2730.58 and 2723.37. Second POI between 2711.50 and 2702.56. And so let me just quickly go down to the 30 minutes time frame and let's see how we can work on that a bit better. I think I'll leave this though. I think I'll leave this though. The only reason why I have this second zone marked out is because I'm seeing a possible point for liquidity to be short from towards the downside around here. It's around 2716.71, right? And then the possibility of us having that push down uh, from there. However, for me, I think I'm going to be leaning towards this first zone, still holding this initial one. Still holding for the meantime. I think that looks for me to be the most probable one. From what I can see from the media market structure at the moment. All right. So for me, I'm watching out for this exactly, and you can just pick up this with this can be. Sorry, give me a minute. This can be lower around here. Can be your TP. So this is just 1:3, and this can be your TP that you can just run with for the meantime on gold. So let me just give us the exact coordinates for entry and stop losses and the rest. All right, so your entry, sorry, entry around 2730.76, stop loss 2722.68, and take profit 2762.01. Again, entry 2730.76, stop loss 2722.68, at our take profits 2762.01 for the buy on gold. So I hope that is clear. for what I'm currently watching out for gold. Looking towards the second zone. The reason why I have the second zone marked on, like I said, is because I can see points for liquidity to be short from towards this downside, and I won't be watching out for it until or unless I get to see this zone being broken. All right, so just in case, you can just watch out for this second zone. You can just have it marked out on your chart also between 2711.50 and 2702 0.56. So that's currently what I am seeing on gold. Right, so if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop them in the chat section, and we'll do our best to look at it together. All right, so whilst that is going on, I'll quickly look at GBP also. Let's quickly look at GBP JPY also. All right, sorry about that. I had to check something. So let's look at GBP JPY together. Stuff changed. All right, so for our time frame, we've seen this break, or these breaks rather. So those are both marked out, let's see on the 2-hour time frame. Stephen Makinda, I'm not audible. Apologies for that. Let me see if I can pick up my volume a bit. Um, I assume it should be better right now. Can you hear me better now? Stephen Makinda, can you hear me better now? If you, in case you just need me to go over gold again, just drop it in the chat section, and I'll do that. All right. So for GBP JPY currently, let me just quickly look at this. In case you just need me to come again, just drop it in the chat section, and I'll do that. All right. So for GBP JPY currently, for what I'm seeing, we've seen that we're looking towards go. I've seen rather GBP JPY break above this previous high here. All right. Let me mark. This so that we can draw a better conclusion. Currently, it seems that GJ is still going to be bearish for a little while. All right, overall, I'm looking at it turning bullish, but it's still going to be bearish for a little while. Maybe something towards this end, maybe something towards that end, right? So let's see if we can look at anything that we would be able to make use of between today and tomorrow. Give me a minute. Okay, let me see on the 30. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give us a what should I call this? So let me see. I'll go back to the chart. Coming back here. Okay. So I'm going to give us a bit of a more aggressive or risky trade, whatever term you use for this. I would advise that if you're taking this trade, if you're going to be taking this trade, just make sure you're risking what you can lose. All right, but I'm going to explain what exactly I'm saying right now. I'm going to explain what you should then watch out for. Give me a minute. Let me just make sure I'm marking it. Very good. So I have this currently on GBP JPY. This is what I would advise us to watch out for. Right, so something towards this end. Mark out possible TPs between where we are right now and where we are currently going towards. All right, maybe here will be like my final TP. I'm sorry. Maybe I will be around where my final TP would be. All right. Not my final TP, that will be my TP2. This will be my TP3 around here. Right, so that'll be my TP3 around there. So I have these 3 points that I'm watching out for as TP points for the current sell I'm watching out for on GJ. Sorry, give me a minute. All right, so this is basically, I'm expecting a break and retest from where we are currently on GBP JPY. I want to see price break below this zone around 192.442 and 192.241. I'll come again. I want to see price break below 192. That's zone. All right, 192.442 rather than 192.241. So basically what I'm watching out for is a break below this region, get it price, come back into it, all right, at least towards 50% at least, all right, and then we get to see a retest. And then you can take up, excuse me, you can take up our sales from there. All right, so maybe something towards this end would be a bit, would be something we can make use of. And the TP1 will be around here, which will be around 1 ratio 2.3, or your TP1 will be around 191.699, or let me be more precise. The TP1 will be around 191.692. Now, let me just draw the full thing again. Um, make use of that. All right, so this will be your entry. Your entry will be around 192.341. Your stop loss 192.616. Again, entry 192.341, stop loss 192.616 would be your entry. Again, remember waiting for a break and retest. So once that zone initially being broken, price coming back into that zone, then we get to see our retest of that region. And again, for our retest, remember we like looking towards rejection candles, so maybe a hammer or an inverted hammer, whatever the case would be. All right, that's what we want to look out for as an entry criteria on GBP, GPY. Maybe after that, we want to watch out for the sell to then proceed. Again, entry 192.341, stop loss 192.627. TP1 is 192. TP1 192.692. TP2 will be, let me move this a bit up. Our TP2 will be 191.271. And our final TP, which will be around here, would be 192, let me get the coordinates, sorry, 190.6. I'm sorry, give me a minute. Our final TP will be 190.631. All right, so let me just come again. Entry 192.341, stop loss 192.627, TP1 191.692, TP2 for this will be 191.271 rather, and TP3 would be 190.631, 190.631. All right, so I hope that is clear. I've not gotten a feedback, Mr. Makinda, Stephen Makinda. I hope you can hear me now. All right, I also assume that I'm a bit louder than I was. I just increased the volume not so long ago. Anyway, this is what I'm currently watching out for. What I'm watching out for on GBP GPY. All right, so quickly let's go to GBP USD also. Again, if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, you can just drop them in the chat section, and then we will look at it together. So for GU, let's see. I say for G, we've broken this. We already have this little resistance around here. It is very likely that this resistance would be broken. All right, this resistance, this supply region I marked out here. It's very likely that it's still going to be broken because what we just have is just this little resistance still holding up around here. All right, and from what I can see, it's very likely that will be broken, seeing that we seem to have turned into a bullish. Let's go towards the 2-hour time frame and see if we can narrow our entry point down. Kindly write on the screen the entries. I have already passed GBP point. Maybe I'll just go back and type that again. All right, but let's look at G. Let's still finish up with G, then we'll do that. Okay. So this is where we're currently seeing this rejection from. Do we have the possibility of price still dipping? I believe so. I sincerely believe so. Just give me a minute. Let me just make sure that we have something as seamless as possible that we can work with. Just give me a minute, please. All right, so let's see again. Let's see. We have this. Already gave us this push. All right, so I'm just going to pick out a broad range. For now, I'm just going to be picking out quite a broad range. Right, so this would be my outlook for this is my outlook for GU right now. GBP USD right now. Yeah. All right. So for the buys on GBP USD, I think I'll be watching out for that for price to still drop quite a lot into maybe around here. This would be where I am being inclined to watch out for. Just give me a minute, please. All right, and then maybe we should be able to get also, but this would be more or less a swing. All right, this might not be something we might get to see this week. This is where 1/6 from maybe around here. All right, but in case you just need the criteria of the entry for this, I'll just call it, then I'll write the one that we'll be looking out for more immediately right now. So for the buy, I'm watching out for the entry around 1.22073, stop loss 1.21808, take profit 1.23771, which is the last or the previous high that we're currently seeing on GBP USD. However, we're currently seeing that price still looks to be sorry, let me put that back. But what we can see is that price still looks to want to give us a proper retracement or a continuation for the retracement. So let's see if we can at least see something on the lower time frame that we might be able to work with. And if at all we don't, we'll just hold on to our current bias for the overall buy that I just mentioned. So let's see. The temptation to pick it, but I will not pick it. All right, so this will be what I'm watching out for. Some sales on this. What I'm watching out for sales right now. All right, and we can usually just for this because I'll love to be very cautious even with this. So for this, you can just watch out for 1, 2, 3, and then pack your bags. Let's just leave it like this. So something like this is what I'm watching out for currently also for the sales anyway on GBP USD. So let me just give us the entry for that for this current sell. I'll write it down on the screen anyway so that you see it. For the sell entry, we'd have sell entry will be at 1 point what? 1.235539. So 1.23539 rather. I'll write it down on the screen, don't worry. Then my SL will be 1.23694. And my TP will be 1.23067. All right, so this will be for my sell entry on GBP USD. I hope you can see that on my screen. This will be for my sell entry. This is just going to be a very short 1/3 trade. For my buy entry on GBP USD, again, this is something that we might not get to see during the course of this week, but all the same for the buy entry. And if I thought it gets to next week anyway, we might have to revise it depending on what the market then tells us. So buy entry would be 1.22073. Right. SL for that would be 1.21828. And take profit for that would be again swing, so 1.23771. Right, so all that is clear. This will be my entries and my entry criteria, my entry, stop loss and every other information that you should need for this trade on GBP USD. So all that is clear for GBP USD. Quickly, let me just go back to GBP JPY and write the values on the screen for us to look at. And I'll explain what exactly I'm watching out for. But I remember I gave a specific criteria to watch out for before entering the trade on GBP So again, for GBP we're working with a simple break and retest. We want to see this current zone being broken properly, and then we want to see price come at least into the 50% rather of that zone, and then we get our entry, for the sell from there. Sorry, should something like this, and then we get an entry for the sell from there. So this is about 1:5.6 or so for the sell I'm currently watching out for. Again, we're watching out for a break and retest. So I'll say it again, we're watching out for a break and retest. Please do not enter unless you see that retest being formed. For GBP sell entry is around 192.329. My stop loss will be 192.632, and my take profit will be 190.627. Right, so that will be my sell entry for GBP Again, watching out for a break and retest. I remember one of the things I usually look out for when I'm watching out for a retest is I want to see that the current break, or the current retest rather, is showing us some level of a rejection. So I'm looking out for a rejection candle from somewhere between that 50% region of that zone. So that's it for GBP let me quickly go back to gold and just write out the coordinates, sorry, the values also that we picked up earlier. Yeah, so this is what we're looking out for on gold right now. Watching out for this zone and then this zone. So this is we're expecting this guy to still be short. So let's see. Excuse me, let's see how that plays out. Buy entry on gold. Buy entry 2327 30.76. SL 2722 168. Take profit 2762.0. All right, so that is clear for how that is clear for gold. How that is clear for gold. These are what this is what we're working with for gold. So you can just maybe screenshot this or whatever you'd have to do for that. So you can just have this at the back of your mind for what we're currently watching out for on gold. All right, so I've done gold, I've done GG, I've done GU. Let's quickly look at EU, Euro USD, and then maybe we'll also look at AED USD also. Then I will take one more commodity. So after EU, I'm just going to do two more commodities, and then we'll be calling it an afternoon. So let's see EU. Going strictly by correlation, I see something similar to what we just pulled up on TV, but let's just look at it together. This was I'm seeing something that is what's the word I should use? I'm seeing something that interests me, so to speak. But let's still watch. Let's still watch. Another break here. So let's use on the 4 hour time. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and look at it again. Again, if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, you can still drop them before before we are finished with this, and then we have to go to the rest. So this is already a very good rejection that we saw from here, telling us that the buyers in this case don't have as much strength, or didn't have as much strength to be able to break above this level. Right, so let's still see. Let us still see. I'm trying my best to see where I can refine this, but not too much, not too very fine, but so I'll be able to pick right? Because from what I can see right now, this is an incomplete feeling of, this other, or this fair value gap rather left behind here. All right, so there's some level of there's still we still have a bit of a gap that should be filled. All right, and I'm watching out for the possibility of price still coming towards the downside, clearing liquidity from the equal lows around here and still coming lower. But prior to then, let me see. Let's see. Initial drop. We have a sufficient force that can push this from what I can see right now. Check in a minute. Yeah, so for the meantime on this guy, so for the meantime, even though I'm still bullish on Euro USD,